Shalom. All praises, blessings, glories, and honors to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha Kodash. Double honors to my elder apostles and bishop elders of Great Millstone, who taught me this truth, as well of men of like mind. Shalom wa chasad, which means peace and mercy, to the elect of the nation of Israel, whom you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelite foreigners of the seed line of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whom are scattered here in America, which is Babylon the Great, and abroad. And to you I say Shalom, beginning with the 144,000 prophets, and Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, willing, this lesson is edifying and informative. This will be a continuation of the last lesson that I'd done in Revelation chapter 16, verse 21, which reads, "And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent. And men blasphemed Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai because of the plague of the hail. For the plague thereof was exceedingly great." And to you that are new, in the previous lesson that I'd done, you learned that the great hail out of heaven, which the Lord likens unto a stone about the weight of a talent, is referring to the ICBM nuclear missiles, which are the weapons of the Lord's indignation, according to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 25, which have talent-like weight. And in this lesson, we will further gain more insight on the weight of a talent. So the Spirit had inspired me to put together this information, including their sources, and Al Baradazah, this lesson is edifying. Now, when we examine the word talent here in Revelation chapter 16, verse 21, the Greek word there is Strong's G 5006 ta halan tios, ta halan tios, or as they pronounce it, talan tios, which means a weight or worth of a talent. A talent of silver weighed about 100 pounds, about 45 kilograms. A talent of gold, 200 pounds, about 91 kilograms. And in the previous lesson, I showed a list of ICBM nuclear missiles and their weight. And we saw that there were nuclear missiles which had warheads weighing between 100 to 200 or even more pounds, some between 45 to 80 pounds, which proves that the great hail that is likened unto a stone having the weight of a talent is referring to the ICBM nuclear missiles. Talent-like in manner, weight of a talent. And now we have the list of information that I put together here, and as you brothers and a few sisters can see before you, the source. The first is from Wikipedia, including the second. Now, what is a talent in measurement? A talent, in ancient Greek, talanton, Latin, talentum, or talentum, rather, was a unit of weight used in the ancient world, often used for weighing gold and silver, but also mentioned in connection with other metals, ivory and frankincense. In Homer's poem, it is always used of gold and is thought to have been quite a small weight of about 8.5 grams, approximately 0.30 ounces, the same as the later gold stater coin or Persian darik. In later times in Greece, it represented a much larger weight, approximately 3,000 times as much. An Attic talent was approximately 26.0 kilograms, about 57 pounds and 5 ounces. Reading straight to the point, a Babylonian talent was 30.2 kilograms, about 66 pounds and 9 ounces. Ancient Israel adopted the Babylonian weight talent, but later revised it. The heavy common talent used in New Testament times was 58.9 kilograms, roughly 60 kilograms, which is equivalent to 130 pounds. A Roman talent, divided into 100 liberae or pounds, was 1 1/3 Attic talents, approximately 32.3 kilograms, which is equivalent to 71 pounds and 3 ounces. An Egyptian talent was 80 libras, approximately 27 kilograms, equivalent to 60 pounds. And so we see that based on the nation's or a nation's weight or considered weight of a talent, we see that it had various weight to it based on its valuation. Okay, the Romans considered it to be 71 pounds, 3 ounces. The Egyptians, 60. And in other cases, 129 pounds and 14 ounces, which is roughly 130 pounds. The Babylonians had considered it to be 66 pounds, 9 ounces. The Greeks, 57 pounds and 5 ounces. The Akkadian talent. The Akkadian talent was called kakaru in the Akkadian language. Corresponding to biblical Hebrew, we have kakar, we have ka, and then you have a ra. All right, in the Phoenician version of the Hebrew. Translated as Greek talenton in the Septuagint, English talent. U, ga, are thick, Phoenician, kakar, and approximately, this is a kwa, and the ra. Okay, so you have in some cases they'll say kakar or kwakwar, and then apparently to Gagaru in the Armenian tablets. This is just a little background information on the Akkadian talent. The name comes from the Semitic root kakar, meaning to be circular, referring to round masses of gold or silver. The kakaru, I'll just call it kakar, or talent weight, was introduced in Mesopotamia at the end of the 4th millennium BC and was normalized at the end of the 3rd millennium during the Akkadian Sumer phase. The talent was divided into 60 minas, each of which was subdivided into 60 shekels, following the common Mesopotamian sexagesimal number system. These weights were used subsequently by the Babylonians Sumerians and Phoenicians, and later by the Hebrews. The Babylonian weights are approximately shekels, 8.4 grams, 30.30 ounces. Minas, 504 grams, 1 pound, 1.8 ounces. And talent, 30.2 kilograms, about 66 pounds, 9 ounces. So these were the Babylonian weights. The Greeks adopted these weights through their trade with the Phoenicians, along with the ratio of 60 minas to 1 talent. A Greek mina is euboe around 800 BC, weighed 504 grams. And we know that this is true based on the previous portion of information that we had read. Other minas in the Mediterranean basin, and even other Greek minas, varied in some small measure from Babylonian values and from one to another, even as the weight of the talent varied based upon each respective nation's valuation of it at their respective times. Okay, again, the heavy common talent used in New Testament times was 58.9 kilograms, about 129 pounds, 14 ounces. Concerning the Roman talent, it had weighed approximately 32.3 kilograms, equivalent to 71 pounds and 3 ounces. And for the Egyptians, about 60 pounds, 27 kilograms. The Bible mentions the unit in various contexts, like Hiram, king of Tyre, sending 120 talents of gold to King Solomon as part of an alliance, or the building of the candelabrum necessitating a talent of pure gold. When used as a measure of money, it refers to a talent weight of gold or of silver. The gold talent is reported as weighing roughly the same as a person. And obviously, a person can weigh, based on their body mass. Some people weigh over 200 pounds. Some people over 300 pounds. Bodybuilders on their off season can weigh as much as close to 400 pounds. But the average person is between 110 to 200 pounds. I myself weigh about 225, 220. My max was 230. It says some authorities, I didn't finish reading that part. It says the gold talent is reported as weighing roughly the same as a person, and so perhaps 50 kilograms, which is equivalent to 110 pounds. Some authorities say that the talent typically weighed about 33 kilograms, 72 pounds, varying from 20 to 40 kilograms. In June 2018, the international price of gold was about US $41,155.69 per kilogram. 1 gram costs about $38 at this price. This is known as the spot price. A talent, or 33 kilogram, would be worth about 1,400, 116, not 1,000, 1 million, rather, 400,000, 116 and 57 cents. So that's what a talent, about 33 kilograms, would be worth today. Which is quite a lot of money. That's 72 pounds of gold, man. Okay. It says similarly in February 2016, and that was back in 2018. How much more now? Similarly, in February 2016, the price of silver was about $15 per troy ounce, about 50 cents per gram. So a 33 kilogram silver talent would be worth about 16,500. Thus, when we read that King Auletes of Egypt paid Gaius Julius Caesar the sum of 6,000 talents of gold to grant him the status of a friend and ally of the Roman people, this amount would be worth about 8 billion, $400 million today. That's a lot of money. So this concludes the summary of a talent in regards to measurement. Now, this is from learnreligions.com. What is a talent? In the book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 21, we read that great hail from heaven fell upon men, each hailstone about the weight of a talent. In the NKJV, we get a better picture of the crushing fierceness of God's wrath when we realize these hailstones weighed about 75 pounds. There was a terrible hailstorm, and hailstones, weighing as much as 75 pounds, fell from the sky onto the people below. In the NLT, and check this out, brothers and sisters, some modern Bible scholars equate the talent with 100 pounds rather than 75, calling the talent a hundredweight. In the ESV, for example, Revelation chapter 16, verse 21 reads, "And great hailstorms, about 100 pounds each, fell from heaven on people." And these hailstorms, about 100 pounds each, are those nuclear warheads. And so we have gained further insight into the weight of a talent, proving that in this particular scripture, in this dark saying of our Lord's, it is referring to the ICBM nuclear missiles, in particularly the warheads, which are the weapons of the Lord's indignation, according to Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 25. Okay, so let's read it again. In fact, let's read it on the Blue Letter Bible, where we have both the KJV and the NLT side by side, and then conclude the lesson, Lord's willing. So this is Revelation chapter 16, verse 21 in the KJV. "And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent. And men blasphemed Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, because of the plague of the hail." Now, let's examine the word hail here. From the Greek, Strong's G5463, kla'azah, or klazah, hail. A hail is a form of solid precipitations. It is distinct from ice pellets. Though the two are often confused, it consists of balls or irregular lumps of ice, each of which is called a hailstorm. Now, this is concerning ice. Hail, frozen rain, hailstones, sleet, precipitation, hailstorm, hail shower, barrage. Check that out. A barrage, a rain, a flood, storm, blaze. Wow. Blast. So there will be blazes of nuclear warheads being rained down upon America, Babylon the Great, according to biblical prophecy, and throughout certain other parts of the world as well. But the focus is here upon America, Babylon the Great. Burst, bombardment, my goodness, shower, tons of dust hailed down on us in the form of a verb: beat, shower, rain, fall, pour, drop, pelt, pepper, a bombard, assail, almost as if you want to say assault. So that blaze, that bombardment out of heaven are going to be those nuclear warheads. For the plague thereof was exceedingly great. Refer to Revelation chapter 9, verse 16, and the entirety of Revelation, the 8th chapter. Revelation 18. So many chapters, man. Now, this is in the NLT. There was a terrible hailstorm, and hailstones weighing as much as 75 pounds fell from the sky unto the people below. They cursed Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, because of the terrible plague of the hailstorm. Now, let's see what this says in the GNT. Just for further insight. Shit is bugging out. Bear me 1 second, Salakia. I may have to. Okay, there it is. This shit's bugging out, man. Salakia. Satan is acting up today. This is Revelation chapter 16, verse 21 in the GNT. Huge hailstones, each weighing as much as 100 pounds, fell from the sky and people, who cursed Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, on account of the plague of the hail, because it was such a terrible plague. Now, you know that's a plague according to Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. So with that, I will conclude the lesson. Abaradazah, it has been edifying, informative, and more insightful, especially to you out there that are new. And I'll catch you in the next lesson, Lord's willing.